Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the School of Science. My name is Luke and this is the Bramley Moore project. Now if you have a very quick look to your bottom left, you can see there is a little bit of water getting pumped out of the dock. Now there were people who were discussing on whether we were going to just put the sand in and let the water flow out naturally, whether we were going to drain it then fill it with sand. It appears we're going to be doing a bit of both. We're going to be doing both at the exact same time. Now, in all honesty, I didn't think this was going to be the situation. I thought that this was going to get drained first, and then sand was just going to get absolutely monstrously tipped in, and it was just going to get leveled out. Also, as a good point of reference, if anyone's got access to the site, or if you're able to get close to it, have a look at Canada Dock. That is going to be the ideal situation of what Bramley Moore is going to look like once this is all filled in. It is... I will actually put a very quick clip up here. So as you can see, Canada Dock itself, it was a dock bigger than Bramley Moore, and they've done a very similar sort of thing with that dock. So they filled it in with sand and everything, and they're going to be making use of that dock as well. It's going to be a new dry dock, I believe, for some of the ships that are going to come in. But I digress. Let's get back onto Bramley Moore, shall we? This is for the Bramley Moore project, not the Canada Dock project. So yeah, as I've been told, apparently basically water's getting pumped out and sand is getting pumped in at the same time. Now that is an interesting situation just because that means that little dredger that you can see in the middle of the dock, just to the right of the water, that is going to basically have periods where it's going to be active, but the water is going to be constantly flowing out. And I have been past the site, I've heard them pumps going, they are loud, they are not a quiet little thing. They are very loud pumps. But in any case, that is going to be the situation with that part of the site. Now, I'm just going to bring some footage up here. You can see that the hydraulic tower, that is currently being worked on right now. So what they're going to have to do with that is they're going to have to deconstruct the entire thing, brick by brick, bring it down to a safe point, and then rebuild it. They're going to have to introduce some new material or recycled material from the site, but they're going to use that to try and get everything into some form of working order for that to be Everton's new fan zone. Now, there have been a few people as well. I'm just going to make this one a very quick one. They have been asking, how's the situation going to work when it comes to the crowds coming in? Now, I understand where you're coming from, where you're concerned is because we've only got two reasonably small looking gates. But in all fairness, there's going to be 5 entranceways running across that dock wall. There's going to be 5 of them. You're going to have the 2 big turret entrances. They're going to be widened a little bit. And you're going to have 3 open slots. Now, they're going to be... Well, you can actually see one for yourself. When you go down to Bramley Moore, one of the slots that you can see where they've actually taken a chunk of the wall out, that's going to be an example point of how big the gap is going to be for the whole entranceway thing. They're going to, you know, flash it up a little bit, make it look nice. And that's what it's going to look like. But you're going to have 3 of them across the wall. So there's going to be an easily good little flow for foot traffic to get through. But in any case, I have rambled on enough. I'm now going to send you to Live Luke. My apologies. I'm going to send you to Live Luke to take you to the outro. Take it away, Luke. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you liked it, please hit the like button down below. Just shows me you like what you see and you want to see more of it. Also, if you want to suggest anything to me, whether it be a different approach on the Bramley Moore project videos, whether it be, you know, going from the smooth transition sort of stuff that I do, where I do the occasional little break, but it comes straight back to the topic, instead of doing that, going into what like Everton did, where they go chunk by chunk by chunk, where they get their points across like that, and that it sort of gets the points across, but I don't like it personally, just because it's messing with people's attention. But if you guys would like that sort of stuff, I am more than happy to accommodate for you. Also, if you're new to the channel, hey, welcome to the channel. How's it going? I'm Luke. But yeah, if you're new to the channel, why not hit that subscribe button down below? It just means that you're going to be one of the first people in line to see any of the new stuff when that comes out. I don't just specialize in Bramley Moore project videos. I do pre-match stuff and post-match stuff as well. Now, this stuff is usually, you know, like a couple of days before the match, and either on the evening of the match or on the next day if it's a late finishing match. Now, I have missed a couple of the pre-match things, but that's more down to the fact that I've had work and everything else around me. So in order to try and combat that sort of stuff, I have got a Patreon. Now I'm going to say a nice thank you to CT Baz, Mal and Mark Bones for being ongoing members of the Patreon. If you want to be like any of these guys, or like our first person who has actually joined the Cup of Coffee tier, go over to the Patreon and you've got 2 pledges you can go for. You can go for the Cup of Coffee tier, which is literally like getting £1 out of your pocket and going, like your stuff mate, here you go, have that on me. Whereas the other one, the School of Science Superfan, is a little bit more serious. So with that, you get early access to these videos. So 24 hours before it's released on YouTube, it is released on the Patreon and they get the first viewing of it. So it's like a priority viewing. And these viewings as well are non-monetized. So whenever I go and get monetization, they won't have to go through the ads. But on YouTube, unless you got an ad blocker, you will have to go through the ads. But yeah guys, I do apologize for the little ramble on in these videos. I do like to try and get my thing across, but I like to try and do it in a natural sort of way, as if I'm having a full-on conversation with you guys right now, instead of it being written off a script. I mean, I'm more than happy to do stuff like that in the future. If that is what you'd like, I can always make a script and go by the script. But in all fairness, I prefer to do it in a more organic way, like as if I'm having a conversation with you. But if you'd like to suggest anything in the future, please put it in the comment section below. I always appreciate it. But yeah, guys, I'd like to thank you all very much for watching. I'm going to see you all in the next video. Peace.